What up, YouTube? Hey, been a while. A little while. Not long, but a little while. Anyway, back at it again. The studio is just like super junky right now because I've been working on some projects and some things I'm doing. Got some things coming out, and I'm hoping to get these things done in 2016. I'm really excited about this year to make some things happen. I'll be working on some t-shirts. I'm doing some Dilla t-shirts based off the figurines. I'm doing my beat maker t-shirt right there with the beat maker there, making a dude on that thing, making a beat. And I'm actually doing a beat maker figure where it's gonna be a dude sitting down making a beat, and it's gonna be cool. So you could put that on display in your studio or whatever. I might do a limited run of anywhere between 10 and 40, I'm thinking. If I can do them in two sizes, I'm gonna do them in two sizes. Just deal with customizing and sculpting figures and stuff, and taking ready-made figures and sculpting them into what I need, which I've been practicing on because I like to do arty stuff. And of course, I'm a comic book nerd, a hero nerd. I got like superheroes and action figures and stuff like that on display. Me and my girl, we go to Comic-Con. I dress up as heroes. I'm a nerd. You know, that's the nerd side of me. Made this custom Deadpool. Anybody that's on my Instagram page, so I made a Deadpool out of a G.I. Joe figure because it's one of my favorite heroes as well. So I do a lot of cool stuff. And I was doing a consultation because I do the life coach thing and the production consultation and some training and stuff like that with people who need help with the beat game and want my advice. I've been helping them out, at a small fee, but I have people that do it for one time and people that are regulars. So if you ever need my services, you need it, just send me. Just call me. I'll be more than happy to help you out. The cool thing is, I came up with the idea to do a video for my last consultation, and it worked out great. Meaning I was able to send a person a video and some things and some materials for them to work on and to focus on to help their beat game. And the dude was extremely happy. I should read what he said because it was awesome. He was very, very happy with what I was able to provide for him. So I'm glad I'm doing a service. But I told him, I displayed one of my secrets in the video, and I told him, I said, I'll give him to him first before I leaked it on YouTube. But I did tell him I will be leaking this on YouTube. So back in the day, not so much back in the day, but a little while ago, some years ago, before I moved out here, I was getting my beat game. I was doing things and sample beats, of course, and I was making beats that sounded like samples, and people didn't know where I was getting my drums or how I was getting these things and how they sound like samples, but they weren't samples and stuff like that. And some of these products got very popular. It was sort of like an underground thing where some cats who knew, those who didn't, and then those true school people was like, oh, that's cheating, missed out. And a lot of people was like, man, shit, that ain't cheating, it's the same type of deal. So what am I rambling on about? Construction kits. I've been using construction kits for a while, and now the availability and the ability to get stuff that sound like sampled records is an influx of that stuff. So you can go on the internet and find an influx of that stuff now. But back in the day, it wasn't so much. But it was this company called E-Labs that turned into Equipped, that turned into Raw Cuts. And if you watch my man St. Joe, peace to my man St. Joe out there, he reviews sound kits and stuff like that. So he reviewed a couple of those. But one of the rare ones that I tried to find on the internet, I didn't do a raw search, a deep search for it, but the little search I did, I wasn't able to find it. So I might go deep to see if it's out there somewhere. But I'm starting to think how we go digging for records. I'm thinking digging for old sample kits and construction kits might be a thing now, because they have a sound, and they pretty much, when you get construction kits, they tend to cater to the era. So if you look at construction kits now, go to Big Fish Audio, MVP Loops, or Loop Masters and stuff like that. You're gonna see a lot of stuff that's catered to today's music. You're gonna see a lot of trap kits and this catered to today's music. So the cool thing is, the stuff back then was catered to that music, and it was making construction kits in the 90s. So Maybe you shouldn't just dig for records. Maybe you should dig for those old construction kits. Just saying, just saying. Some of my people who are down with me got some of those things, and I released some of them on a thumb drive, which is pretty cool. And I said it was a limited run. I wasn't going to just release all that stuff ever again, which I'm not. I might release bits and pieces, but as a full thing, I'm not doing that again, because I promised I wouldn't, so I'm not. But just want to share some knowledge with y'all about how I was making beats with samples that people didn't know, or taking elements and adding to my samples, and people was like, man, how you do that? Where you get the sample? Blah blah blah. I was like, yeah. I felt like Marley Marl when Marley Marl started sampling drums and nobody knew what he was doing. So one of the tools I used to use, and this was something that was very popular. I was working at Guitar Center, and guys was down with it, and a lot of New York, Jersey cats were down with it because they had people that came there from out of state. People in Baltimore wasn't really hip with it, but those cats knew about this, and it's Smoker's Delight. It's an audio disc. They got an audio disc, and then they got the sound kits and loops. You got bass loops, drum loops, and chords and stuff like that, and it sound like real jazzy, like the stuff that Premier, Pete Rock, and Q-Tip and those cats we used back in the day. And man, that thing is fire. I made some nice beats off of this, and I'm going to revisit it and hit it up again. But yeah, man, I got an archive of construction kits that I used back in the day, and this Smoker's Relight, oh man, this was like fire. Those who knew. And it was kind of kept hush-hush to some degree. But I will say the company E-Labs and Equip and Raw Cuts, those guys, those musicians really knew how to capture that feeling and that sound. They were good. And no, matter of fact, they are good. They recently did the Prospect Haze thing for the Machine. So that's a release that you might want to check out. So go on YouTube, you can find this stuff, or watch St. Joe channel. He previewed this stuff, so you can listen to it. The stuff is legit. Now, I haven't been able to find this, but the other stuff I'm about to show you is out there on the web, and you can get this stuff. And you definitely, I would highly recommend adding it to your arsenal. I don't care how deep you are into sampling and thinking that you should get all your stuff for vinyl. Get off of that. Think outside the box. Build up your arsenal. It's legit. Then they came out the follow-up. This is what you can find. The follow-up was called Smoker's Relight, which again, very dope stuff where you get loops. And then they started incorporating Rex files and stuff like that. And this is kind of how it looks inside the case and stuff. So me and my man Reggie was down with this stuff back in the day, and we was killing it for our beat making. And some of the stuff that we did for artists was, keyed off of this type of stuff. And a lot of people just weren't hit with it. I only gave it to like my closest crew, but for the most part it was like hush, nobody knew what the deal was. And the one that I was most excited about, and my favorite one of them all, was this one, Premier Beats. And the thing I like about this is because the elements that they use make you feel and will put you in the mind of a DJ Premier. Even the drums, and then they did drum loops, and then they did drum loops with swing. So it made it very unique. And I really like this. This is my favorite only because the way they did the disc. The disc actually looked like vinyl records. So that is so cool. I mean, even the texture, when you feel it, just looks like vinyl records. I know they made some blank CDs out there that look like vinyl records, which was cool, but yeah, this is super dope as well, with bass lines and chords and all that stuff. I mean, ready for the MPC and machine and any 16-bit, or a lot of stuff is 24-bit once they got later, but the earlier stuff was 16-bit. But yeah, you can get it in, and that was my secrets. A lot of people was like, man, what are your drums? And my drums sound, everything sounded like I took from a raw sample, even the drums, because if I go through these things, if I'm listening to vinyl samples, I get an old record, I guarantee you, I never had a doubt in my mind that I could put a record on, be it the Shy Lights, be it Blue Magic, be it the Temptations, be it whatever, that I could find drums that sounded so close to the drums that was used on those records that it complemented my beats, and sometimes they just thought I was sampling the beat or whatever the case may be. or sound like some of the drum breaks that you hear from like the James Brown. The stuff just sounded legit, and it went under the radar. A lot of people was just like, wow, man, it just sounded like, you know, I took some raw old stuff and looped it. Although when they heard the stuff, they like, this is not a loop, but it sounded like that. I mean, so it was very cool. So these were some of my secrets back in the day. I mean, it's been like 10 years almost, especially for this, at least 10 years. 10 years plus for this one. So, yeah, I can share it now. I mean, but I thought about it as much as I go digging. I said, now my thing is, I'm going to start digging and seeing if I can find some of the old construction kits, because there's a bunch of stuff that I didn't get back in the day. And the old construction kits, like I said, had the sound of that era. So if I was getting them in the 90s, I mean, I got this West Side Underground from Sony. These things you can still find. The LA Riot from Big Fish, that's an old one that, you know, I'm not sure if you can still get it. It may still be on Big Fish website. M Audio put out a bunch of stuff. God, there's so much stuff here. And a few things I want to highlight. And some of these things you can still get because it was Big Fish Audio. I'm only going to show a couple more. But like this Heat Seekers, this is a good one. A lot of cool stuff and elements and vocals and things like that. And to this day, I got this stuff backed up on my hard drive, so I still revisit these things because the drums are already processed and the sound right already. So that's a good thing to have, because now you don't find yourself, excuse me, I'm out of camera, you don't find yourself trying to recreate or find the processed drums to do whatever it is that you're trying to get done. So I was able to find things that complement my beats so well, and I loved them. So I just thought I'd share that secret with y'all. So if you got the ability or you got the capabilities, you know somebody got old construction kit, I would definitely, I don't know where you would dig for stuff like that except maybe online. It's not like you got stores that's selling old construction kits like people selling old records, but man, that Smoker's Delight is gold. If you can find it anywhere, anyhow, I highly recommend getting that. That joint is tight, good stuff. But again, like I said, the stuff that's coming out now is key. Good stuff that's out there now. I was with the producers hangout with my man Gadget, and definitely check that out. Digital Hustle. This Friday, they actually gonna have Arsonist from the Heat Makers on there. They're gonna have my man Hill Prop, another member from the Click. I don't know, it's a bunch of the producers from the Click. We got this little crew called the Click on YouTube. Y'all know who y'all are. Shout out to my man Sign Shore, Jazzmatic, Hill Prop, Day Sun Civil, my man Jay Phil, all those guys, and my man Netmaker and all those guys from the joint, and my man NATO G, all those guys, man, Metamorphosis, all those guys are part of the Click. Sign Shore, I think I said Sign Shore already, but all those guys, nice little Gadget. That's the third person from the Click you got up on there, so that's cool stuff. But they actually gonna have Arsonist, Layback Beats, Hill Prop, of course, man Tashir, and those guys gonna be on there again. So definitely check out the hangout, because I think it's gonna be a good one. I think I was on episode 3. That was pretty cool. Gadget, I'm ready for another one, just for the record. Just put it out there, just saying. But anyway, definitely check that out. It's really cool. It's a lot of good information. I mean, it's guys out there talking about production and stuff like that and just cutting it up. And it's typically long, like 3 hours, but it's a very entertaining 3 hours because so much get covered in that area, in that time frame. And on my episode, they talked about the free Just Blaze drums. You can get Just Blaze, got a kit out there they gave out for free called Me Out of Drums. Definitely worth looking for. You Google it, you can find it, download it. Those are his drums that he used in the 90s, so you definitely want to get those. And then Bink, another dope producer from the Dynasty, you know, from Jay-Z and all that, he put out a drum kit as well. And I think it's called the Humble Drum Kit or something like that. I'm sorry. I don't know the exact name of it, but It is from Bink. He's got a drum kit out there as well. So you want those raw sounds, man, the stuff is out there now. I had to do stuff and keep it hush hush, but now it's plentiful. So especially for us boom bap beat makers. So the resources are out there. And if you don't have access to vinyl, get these drums from various sources. MSX Audio, they have raw drums and they have nice sample kits and stuff like that that you can do that sounds like sample vinyl and stuff like that. The musicality of it anyway. So check them out. Definitely go to the Drum Broker. Definitely go to machinemasters.com. These are the places that you need to hit if you're really trying to get it in, especially as a beginner, if you're trying to get the resources and the materials to step your beat game up. So definitely check that out. And if you really want to be involved with this beat making thing and really get it in and learn how to make beats and do all that stuff, make sure you check out learnhowtomakeverysickbeats.com. My man Jay Phil. Make sure you go to the Computer Music Academy with my man Tashir. These are all sources out there. Things I didn't have. Things I started off teaching, and now these guys are doing it. They've been doing it too, and these guys are taking it to a whole nother level. You got my man, Hellfire on Machine Masters, Tashir with the Computer Music Academy, Jay Phil with How to Make Very Sick Beats. The resources are there, so your beat game should be stepping up big time. But if you need like that personal presence where you need somebody to personally address the issue, maybe address the situation, that's where I come in. That's where my business come in, where I'm a consultant, hip-hop consultant, whether it's samples, whether it's beat making, whether it's techniques, whether it's thinking outside the box, whether it's inspirational, whatever it is, I can kind of fill that void in the nooks and crannies that you don't get from those other sites. And make sure you go to Sounds for Samplers as well. A lot of information there. So, and check out St. Joe for the reviews of all the stuff. I'm just saying that outside of the physical skill of making a beat, as far as the materials and the things you need to make those beats and the sounds, you really have no excuse because the resources are out there. So I gave you plenty of information. If you didn't catch it all, just go back. This is YouTube. Rewind it back and check it out and check these things out because there's a lot of dope shit out there. So get it in, and if I can consult you or help you out in any way, my services are readily available. Look out for these little extra bonus products I'm gonna be throwing out there because it's going to be dope and it's going to be limited supply, because I don't like overshadowing the market for a whole bunch of stuff. But that beat making figure, I'm excited about that, and I'm hoping that it comes out as dope as it is in my mind. So yeah, that's it. I might throw a picture of the main sculpture, the piece I'm gonna be using for the sculpture to make it come to fruition. And then hopefully the end result will look as good as the picture that's at the end of this video. Thanks folks, I truly appreciate it. And my next videos, my next couple videos, maybe 2 or 3 videos, is going to be me getting it in, making beats or going over beats that I've made. Alright, peace.